Silver and gold stackers know they're a small percentage of the population that's actively accumulating precious metals. And guess what? That plays perfectly into the hands of those who hate seeing us packing those metals away month after month, year after year. They just don't like it. So, who exactly are they anyway? We're going to talk about who they are and why they're threatened by stackers, along with how silver is notoriously manipulated on several different fronts. You'll definitely want to see why, so stay tuned. YouTube, what's happening? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And as always, I hope you guys are doing well. And a big shout out and a thank you for being here to check out the new video. The support for the channel has been no less than amazing, which leads me into my next line. Best damn community on YouTube. You guys are freaking awesome. And another shout out to everyone who joined us last night for Wednesday Metal Mania. We had a fantastic show with our guest Silver Oceans. Great guy. If you haven't caught the show, be sure to check us out sometime. We go every other Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for about an hour. Anyway, today, as I said in the intro, they don't like when we stack silver and gold. And I'm going to go over a few reasons why. I'll do a basic review on how the price of silver is manipulated as well, and if that plays right into their hands. That being said, let's go ahead and roll this thing.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
Well, first off, who exactly are quote-unquote they? We always hear about they. They don't want you doing this. They don't want you doing that. Well, who the hell are they? Well, they aren't some shadow organization or other unknown force. They're actually the Federal Reserve. And their main job is to keep the economy humming while they instill confidence in the dollar. And, well, we all know about the symbiotic relationship between the dollar and precious metals, right? When the dollar's strong, metals go down. When the dollar falters, metals go up. It's that simple. And right now, we're looking at a dollar that's lost about 97% of its purchasing power since 1913. And coincidentally, the Fed was implemented on the 23rd of December in what year? 1913. And that was as a reaction to the panic in 1907. Take it for what you will.
What I call them? Fun coupons. See that? A fun coupon. Grandfather and me.
But anyway, now that we know who they are, why would they have anything against silver and gold stackers? Well, I'm about to give you three basic reasons. Number three, we're going to work our way down. Number three reason, and we already alluded to this earlier, a weak dollar is generally going to cause the value of silver and gold to increase, which in certain economic situations like, financial, geopolitical events, those events can push more buyers to silver and gold. We've seen it. We've seen it so many times over the last couple of decades. So it's really no surprise anymore. But a weak dollar and people running to silver and gold can reflect negatively on the Fed. Because, again, they're in charge of making the dollar look good, right?
$1 million.
And they're going to respond with rate hikes, which increases interest rates. And that essentially cools down the economy and keeps growth on track, which in turn battles inflation. And this is what makes the dollar appear stronger. And artificial or not, it keeps the price of metals in check. Reason number two, precious metals are expensive, right? We all know that. But how does that affect the Fed? Well, to put it simply, when we make purchases of precious metals, we're supporting the place we buy it from, but that generally doesn't support the economy as a whole. Your LCS dealer is going to definitely appreciate you, that's for sure. But that's about it. But the number one reason overall, control. The Fed has no control over your precious metals because they don't know what you're buying. It's completely outside of the financial system because most of us are using cash at the LCS. And the only records for precious metals would be if you're buying online. And unless you're reporting capital gains and losses, well, no one knows for sure exactly what you have, right? Even if you're using a safe deposit box, the bank has no idea what's in that box. No idea. Because they leave you alone when you're going through it. You're accessing it. That's also one of the reasons they won't insure the boxes for the most part. They have no clue what's in it. Now, an inherent problem could happen here. What if we go to CBDCs? I mean, let's face it, one of the main reasons the government is pushing for a digital dollar is what? Control. There's that word again. Now, they'll be able to see everything, and they can cut you off with the flip of a switch if you owe money, or if they don't want you buying something, whether it be weapons, ammo, silver, gold, whatever it may be. So that's definitely something to think about, guys. All right, we're getting ready to close this video out, but really quickly, let's talk about silver manipulation. the two topics do go hand in hand. We've all been griping for years about this, right? But what's behind it? Well, several reasons, really, but I'm going to give you the main one. Silver ETFs, or exchange traded funds. In other words, paper silver, as we like to call it. If you're not in the know, basically an ETF is silver that's held in a trust by the fund manager or custodian. You're not actually in possession of the metal. And the advantages of an ETF is that they hold greater liquidity, they're readily traded, and they're more accessible than the futures markets. Sounds simple, right? So what's the problem? Well, the main problem with ETFs is that since an almost unlimited amount of them can be sold, it makes it look like there's more silver out there than there really is. In other words, the ETFs being sold actually far outnumber the actual available ounces in most cases. They figure most people are just investing and flipping ETFs, so why not sell, right? Now, if it ever came down to it, there likely isn't enough silver out there to cover the amount of ETFs being sold, but it keeps the prices down, which doesn't allow silver to shine like it should. So just how much larger are ETFs over physical silver inventory? Well, back a few years ago, Bloomberg published an article speculating that paper silver is, get this, roughly 250 times larger than the market for actual physical bullion. That's insane. So all these paper contracts have created like a virtual supply of silver, which is in turn flooding the market with so much liquidity that's magnifying the level of volatility for silver far more than it should. Now, again, this huge volume of paper silver, what it's actually doing is artificially suppressing the price of silver, which leaves it disconnected from the realities of supply and demand. So this is kind of huge, guys. It's giving the impression there's more silver out there than there really is. But there you have it. That's one of the biggest ways silver price and value is manipulated. And like I said, there are definitely other factors, for sure. But this is definitely one of the root causes. All right. So those are just some of my thoughts on why the Fed doesn't like stackers and one of the biggest reasons for silver manipulation. Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what's on your mind. And what other factors you think manipulate the prices of precious metals. I do go through all the comments, and hell, I even try to respond to each one. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. I'll see you on Sunday. Peace.